Hey friends, Roast here, finally back with another Realm video. Do you know how long bags last for when dropped? Stick around to the end to find out. But yeah, anyways, sorry for the long hiatus on Realm videos. I've been playing tons and tons and tons of Escape with Tarkov with my buddies lately, and because of that, I just haven't been playing any Realm. I mean, you know, here and there for stream and all, but just not that much. Anyways, today's video is all about the different bags or loot containers in Realm of the Mad God. And now, I know this may seem silly if you've played lots of Realm, but honestly, for me, for a long time, I never really knew what the color and shape of bags meant. It was always just run at any bag that dropped, no matter what, and it was amazing. Like, I would sit in Nexus and I would just wait for the bag drop noise. I'd listen for that and I'd run and find it. I'd be like, oh boy, it's a tier 3 ring. Amazing. But yeah, so to help clear up new players' confusion and give veterans some neat trivia on bags, I'm making this guide. I'll start with the more common bags like brown and pink, and then I will finish off with the holy grail of bags, the white bag, and then some trivia. If you enjoy, make sure to like the video and subscribe, and just a heads up, I'm going to be away from my computer for the next few weeks, so there won't be any new videos for a minute or two. I'm sorry. Anyways, let's get started. So, the first bags we're going to cover are probably the first bags that you ever saw, the brown and pink bags. These bags are notable because they are public, which means everybody can see them and pick up whatever items they contain. When dropped from enemies, brown bags can contain HP or mana pots and very low tier gear. If another player, however, drops an item, which I think roughly lower than tier 10, it will be in a brown bag and anyone can pick it up. This is why I did that sitting in Nexus picking up bags when I was big newbie to Realm. Pink is a step up from that with tier 1 rings and up to tier 6 weapons and armor. After these two bags though, all the rest of the bags are only visible to you, so consider grabbing items out and dropping them for others if you want to be friendly. Moving on to our first private bags, we have the purple bag. This bag contains up to tier 9 weapons and armor and tier 4 for abilities and rings. These bags can also contain unique consumables like gravel, which removes status effects, holy water also removes status effects, and spider ichors, which heal for 150 instead of just 100. There's a lot more special consumables, but those are just some of the three I thought of off the top of my head. Once you start getting dungeon marks, they will also drop in these bags. And lastly, a note is that if you try to share an item and you see a purple bag appear where you dropped it, you need to trade it to that person you want to give it to, because nobody else can see purple bags that you see. Certain items are just above the droppable threshold for that tier 10. I think tier 10 is the cutoff. After purple, we get a light blue or cyan bag that has a red string and a dark blue bag with a yellow string. These are two separate bags, and let's talk about it. The dark blue bags are important because they contain stat pots which level up your character, and these cyan bags are important because they are your first real break into higher tiered equipment, meaning up to tier 12, along with being your first chance for wine cellar incantations and some of the weaker untiered or UT items. Before we get into the extra good drops though, I want to cover egg baskets and the golden bags that have a pink string. The egg baskets contain pet eggs, although if a player drops an egg, it will just go to a brown bag. So again, hearing the drop noise, checking it out, that's just me. It is always worth checking egg baskets because you can get up to a legendary pet egg straight off the bat if you are super lucky. And if you are a free-to-play player, that saves you literally hundreds of hours. I'm not even joking. Also, if you're just like really cool, you grab pet eggs that you know you don't need and just drop them in the Nexus for newbies, because that's what real Gs do. The golden bags typically will contain blueprints for your forge, but they can also hold event tokens and can potentially have player skins, pet skins, or pet food in them. They can also have keys sometimes, again, if you're lucky. But now, let's move on to the real heavy hitters. The orange, red, and white bags represent the top tier of loot. Orange bags will contain a set tier or ST items, which when used in their respective sets, give large stat bonuses. The red bags contain the highest tier of actual numbered loot in the game, with tier 13 to 14 weapons, up to tier 15 armor, and tier 7 abilities, and tier 6 rings. But last, and quite literally the opposite of least, we have the white bags. These bags contain the best UT items in the game. Items so good that in classes' entire playstyles can be dramatically altered when using them. Are you tired of dying on melee characters? Just be invulnerable. Are you tired of running out of mana on your wizard? Just spend 30% less. Are you tired of enemies having defense and taking less damage? Just remove their defense. These items are incredibly strong, incredibly valuable, but most importantly, they are incredibly rare. So if you see a white bag, make sure to loot it before it disappears. Maybe even grab it in quick nexus if it's a spooky time, you know? But yeah, if you made it this far, congrats and thank you. As a special treat, I've got some extra bag trivia for you. Did you know that bags only last 1 minute when dropped? At least that's for all bags except white and orange, which lasts for 2. Also, did you know there is an item in game to drop white bags on command? Sadly, these bags can't be looted, this item simply being a trickster decoy that drops from event chests in Ocean Trench and Puppet Master's Encore. The last bit of trivia I have is that if you ever see bags that are wider than normal, these are just boosted bags. This just means you have something like a Shamrock or Loot Boost Potion activated, these bags having slightly higher odds at better loot depending on which thing you used. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will be away for a bit, but when I get back, I want to make a trading guide and continue my Exalt Dungeon series, or Exalt Dungeon Guide series for the Mad God. Anyways, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on those. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons, or patron, for the support. And until next time, keep it beefy, boys. Hello there.